The Supreme Court touched on a range of big issues Monday, from President Trump's travel ban to corporate whistleblowers. Here are 5 quick headlines. The president won a judicial victory, with the court allowing the Trump administration to implement part of its temporary ban on travelers from 6 Muslim-majority countries. The justices narrowed the scope of the ban for now, ruling it can't be enforced against travelers who have a credible claim of a bona fide relationship with someone or some organization in the U.S. The court says it will give more consideration to the case in October, when it will hear oral arguments.
I was hoping that the court would hold off from making any decision until they actually heard the case. It looks like they rendered an unsigned decision today that kind of reverses kind of what Hawaii did. I'm hoping that the justices between now and October look very closely at the decision here and make a ruling that's fair and represents all of us in the United States of America.
Additionally, the court agreed to consider whether the Constitution's religion clauses allow a bakery to deny service to same-sex couples. The case dates from 2012, when Jack Phillips, a Colorado-based cake maker, refused to make a wedding cake for a gay couple. Phillips argues requiring him to do so would be coercing him to create art celebrating an act his religion abhors, a violation of his First Amendment right to free speech. In another case with implications for religious groups, the court ruled Missouri cannot exclude a church school from a program that funds playground resurfacing, finding discrimination based on religious identity violates the Constitution. The Supreme Court also refused to review California's concealed weapon restrictions, frustrating gun rights activists who sought to expand the individual right to possess firearms. And finally, the court agreed to consider whether employees who report misconduct at their companies are entitled to whistleblower protections, even if they only report the alleged wrongdoing internally and not to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Welcome news for corporate defendants who've complained of a lack of federal protections for employees who only make internal reports of securities fraud.